Hello, my name is Dr. Anders and I'm here to talk to you a little about blood and lymph. I think it's an interesting subject. First, I will talk a little about plasma. 10% of plasma is dissolved materials and 90% is water. It carries molecules that come from digested food. Molecules such as glucose, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Protein molecules give it a yellowish color. The three groups of proteins are: 1 regulates the amount of water in the blood, 2 it helps fight diseases, and 3 it interacts with platelets to form blood clots. Now it's time for me to talk about red blood cells. Red blood cells pick up oxygen throughout the body. They are made in bone marrow. These blood cells can bend and twist easily to fit through narrow capillaries. It is mostly made of hemoglobin, which is a protein with iron. It bonds chemically to oxygen molecules. With oxygen, blood is a bright red color. Without it is a dark red color. If the red blood cell is mature, it is no nuclei. It can't reproduce or repair itself if it gets damaged. They last about 120 days, and about every second 2 million red blood cells die, but your bone marrow produces more at an equal rate. Now, let's move on to the white blood cells. The white blood cells are known as our body's disease fighters. They produce chemicals to fight these invaders. There are fewer white blood cells than red blood cells. White blood cells are also larger than the red blood cells. Mature white blood cells actually have nuclei. The white blood cells last months to years. Now time to talk a little about platelets. Platelets are cell fragments. Now remember, cells are small, so these cell fragments are very small. When a blood vessel is cut or damaged, platelets collapse and form a clot at the site of the wound. Released chemicals start what's called a chain reaction. Then it produces fibrin. Fibrin weaves a net of tiny fibers across a cut and the blood vessel traps blood cells forming a clot. A scab is a dried blood clot. They're usually on top of the skin. There are many types of blood. There are 4 main types of blood. There are a B, and O. They are determined by the marker on your red blood cells. If you have N type, you have N marker, and if you have a B blood, you have a B marker, and if you have a B blood, you have both N B markers, and finally, if you have O blood, you have an O marker. A blood transfusion is when a person donates blood to someone else. So that means one with O blood can receive only O blood, and a B blood can receive only a B, and O. So that means a B blood can take all blood types. If you have B blood, you can only receive B and O blood. And last but not least, if you have a blood, you can receive an O blood. Okay, now it's time for the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is a network of vein-like vessels that return fluids to blood vessels. As blood circulates, some fluid leaks out. Once it's in the lymphatic system, it is called lymph. Since it is no pump, it moves slowly. Lymph nodes are small knobs of tissue that filter the lymph trap and the bacteria that causes disease. When the body is fighting infection, the lymph nodes swell up or enlarge. Well, now you know a little bit about blood and lymph. Hope you are seeking for more info about your body. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.